Let us be seated. Let me say something that might mess up your whole self image real quick. Some of y'all aren't healed. You're just good at avoiding. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Avoiding conversations, avoiding attachment, avoiding accountability, avoiding people who can actually see you, right? And you call it protecting your peace. But if peace feels lonely, if calm feels empty, mm, if silence feels safer than connection, that ain't healing. That's avoidance. And if that line made you uncomfortable, the sermon is for you. Welcome to Sidepiece Sermons. This ain't church, no, but it's confession, right? I'm Trillionaire Chuck, and today we're talking about the difference between real healing and emotional avoidance, dressed up as self care. Because somewhere along the way, healing became a shield, a buzzword, an excuse, and nobody wants to admit it. But a lot of people aren't at peace. They're just unreachable. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Here's how avoidance hides. You just say things like, I don't chase people anymore. I'm good alone. I cut people off fast. I don't explain myself. And listen, sometimes those things are healthy, but sometimes they're just fear with the new outfit. Healing brings clarity, right? Avoidance brings distance. Healing lets you communicate. Avoidance lets you disappear. Healing says I can be hurt and still open up. Let me say it again. Healing says I can be hurt and still open up. Avoidance says I'll never let anyone close enough to hurt me again. And the scary part, avoidance feels powerful at first. You feel in control. You feel calm. You feel untouchable. Until one day you realize you're also unfelt. Let's call this out directly. This part I want to call the healing language trap. A lot of people learn therapy language, but skipped the therapy work. So now that's a boundary, but really it's a wall. I'm triggered, but never reflecting why. I'm protecting my energy. Fellas, I know you heard women say this. I'm protecting my energy, but never connecting. I'm healed, but still reactive. You see, real healing requires exposure. Avoidance requires control. Healing means uncomfortable conversations, which a lot of y'all don't want to have. Ha! A lot of y'all don't want to have on conversations. Avoidance means silence. I know I'm talking to somebody here today. I know I'm talking to somebody here today. Or maybe I'm talking to me. Maybe I'm talking to me, right? Healing means accountability, right? Avoidance means blame. It's your fault. No, it's your fault. No, it's your fault. It's your fault. You're the reason why we always arguing. You always nagging. You always complaining. It's you. It's you. If your version of healing removes everyone from your life, you didn't heal. You hid. Let's get into our sermon. Here are clear signs you're avoiding, not healing. Here's one. You disappear. Get ghosts instead of communicating. You feel proud of being hard to reach. Confuse loneliness with peace. You haven't been emotionally challenged in a long time. You call detachment growth. Let me say this clean for you, right? Healing expands your capacity to love. Avoidance shrinks it. Healing makes you feel more flexible. Avoidance makes you rigid. Healing creates connections. Avoidance creates safety. Nothing wrong with that. At the cost of intimacy. Something wrong with that. Told y'all I got coffee for y'all today. And eventually, avoidance starts feeling heavy. Starts feeling heavy. Because you weren't built to live untouched. Now, what's the cost of avoidance? Here's the bill nobody tells you about. You can avoid pain, but you also avoid death. You can avoid heartbreak, which a lot of us want to do, avoid the heartbreak. But you also avoid real love. You can avoid being hurt, but you also avoid being fully known. And one day, you wake up calm, but unfulfilled. See, some of y'all are waking up like that right now, unfulfilled, right? Because you avoid being hurt, right? You avoid the heartbreak. You want to avoid the pain and everything of that nature, right? But you're unfulfilled. Now with peace, because peace isn't numbness. Peace isn't isolation. Peace isn't cutting everyone off. Peace is the ability to stay open without losing yourself. That's very key right here. Peace is the ability to stay open without losing yourself. So, let me ask you something. And answer honestly. Have you been healing? Or have you been avoiding? Please do me a favor. Drop in the comments. I've been avoiding by. No judgment. Just awareness. And if this sermon hit, like really hit, share with someone who says they're healed, but never lets anyone close. This was Sidepiece Sermon. Remember, healing doesn't make you unreachable. It makes you grounded. I'll see you next time. Oh, and if you haven't done so already, Double Good Popcorn Store is open. Make sure you buy a bag of popcorn. It goes a long way for the programs that we do in the community. I'm Trillionaire Chuck. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'll catch you next time in church.